Well, I've been married now for 16 years to my amazing wife, Kara. We got 3 kids. We got a 13-year-old, 10-year-old, and our little girl is 6. Well, so after 8.5 years almost here at First Baptist Church of Douglasville, we'll actually be stepping down off of staff at the end of the year. We'll continue to be in the area, but then in June of 2023, we're going to be moving to New Bedford, Massachusetts to join Grace Harbor Church and a ministry known as Neighborhood Churches. It's a ministry of Grace Harbor Church that will strive to plant more churches all throughout really the southern coastal area of Massachusetts. The pastor of Grace Harbor Church, Morgan Proudfoot, reached out to our church, really just asking if we would consider partnering with them. And so we just prayed about it as a church, and I went up there on a visit to consider this idea of what it would like to partner with them. And then through that trip, the Lord just really began to open my eyes to the needs of the area, really began to burden my heart. I came to understand that New Bedford, really all of New England, is considered an unreached area, less than 2% evangelical Christian. And then coming to understand that Grace Harbor Church is the only like-minded church in New Bedford. And that's a city of nearly 150,000 people. So you can just imagine a place about the size of Douglas County having one gospel-centered, Bible-believing church. In a lot of ways, New Bedford is kind of a forgotten place. It's a working class, impoverished area. So the Lord just used all that to really stir in me a burden. I came home, me and my wife began to pray about the idea of going, and we just kept kind of taking the next step. And I would love to have churches right here in our association, my home area, be willing to come and partner with us. And what that would look like is financially, you can do one or two things. We would love to see churches that would partner with us personally, that'd be willing to give financially to help us meet our fundraising goal. We're going to be living as support-based missionaries. So we're looking for churches or individuals that'd be willing to partner with us financially, to join our prayer team that would send out regular updates and newsletters. But it also may be you have people in your church who might even be willing to consider coming with us and going with us and being a part of this with us, but also to send mission teams. And our desire at Grace Harbor Church is to really create a pipeline with our partnering churches, that they're sending mission teams, they're sending summer interns, they're sending college students that possibly want to do like a gap year. And we would do theological training and prepare them to possibly give their lives to the mission field. It may not be New England, but God could use New England as a stepping stone to send them to the nations. We're really thinking of our kids right now, concerned for our kids right now. You can imagine a 13-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 6-year-old, and really this being all they know, this is where our family is, this is where our friends are. And so we're just really considering them and just asking the Lord to guide their hearts through this whole process, that they would, on the backside of this, just see God at work, that God would even use this to mature them, to grow them. So just praying for our kids. You can also just be praying for our fundraising efforts. You may not be in a place that you can help financially, or that may not be what the Lord's leading you to do, but we just ask you to join us and pray that the Lord would provide for us financially. We're trusting it's His will, so it's His bill, and so we know that the Lord's going to provide, but we're just asking you to join us in praying for that. And then finally, you can just pray for all the little details that go into a transition like this and in chains like this. Pray for our church here at First Baptist Douglasville. We want to leave well, and we want to continue to pray for them, that they would continue to be a church that's healthy and growing and sending more people. And then just pray as we transition there, it would be a great transition, that we would connect, we would fit in, we would, God would allow us really to gel well in a new place. And so that's what we're praying for. I just want to say thank you so much to all the West Metro Association for your prayers, for your support, for your love. this really is home for us, and always will be in a lot of ways. And so we'll continue to think of you and pray for you as we transition.